Morning, guys. I thought it would be fun if we did a little experiment for Easter, a little Freaky Friday science experiment. So what I did is I went and got some Peeps, just plain old marshmallow Peeps, and I thought we could see what would happen if we soaked our Peeps in 3 different kind of liquids. So I'm gonna put in the very first one, I'm gonna put water. So just plain old water. It's just cold water I got out of the fridge. So I'm gonna pour that in here with the Peep. Okay, so he's just floating in some water. Okay, we'll see what happens. And I'm gonna videotape this over a couple of days and we'll see what happens. Okay, the next little Peep, I'm gonna put some vinegar. We know vinegar is what we use to make our volcano. So I don't think we're gonna have like a volcano reaction like we do when we have our, maybe bubbling a little bit, but nothing major. Okay, then our last Peep, we're gonna put some Sprite. So open Sprite. It's got bubbles in there too. Woo. Bubble, bubble, bubble. So, since y'all are fancy scientists, I'm gonna let y'all do your fancy scientist work. Remember, our big fancy science word is hypothesis. Hypothesis. So remember, when we make a hypothesis is a big fancy science word for guess. Okay, so I want you to guess what's going to happen to our Peeps in each liquid. So try to guess what's going to happen to our little Peep bunny in the water. What's going to happen to our little Peep bunny in the vinegar? And guess what's going to happen to our little Peep bunny in the Sprite? So this is Tuesday. And so let's see, it's Tuesday about 10:45. So I'll check again later today and later on Wednesday. And then we'll just keep taking some videos and we'll see what happens. All right? Can't wait to see what happens. Bye. Hey guys, here we are with our Peep experiment. It is Wednesday, 24 hours into our experiment. So yesterday I put our Easter Peeps in water, vinegar, and Sprite. So here's our update after one day. So if we look at the water, it looks like probably the water has turned the most pink with the water. So the liquid is definitely, the water has turned the most pink compared to the vinegar and the Sprite. But I would say that the Peeps, if you can see the vinegar and the Sprite, it looks like the bunny rabbit's kind of going down and the Sprite and the vinegar starting to disintegrate, which means kind of come apart. You can see lots of bubbles in the vinegar and the Sprite. That's the vinegar right there. That's the Sprite starting to kind of eat away at Mr. Bunny Rabbit. Not really a whole lot of bubbles going on with the water. So that's the water after one day. That's the vinegar after one day. That's the Sprite after one day. So we'll check back in tomorrow. After 2 days, we'll see what's going on with our little rabbits soaking in their liquid. Y'all can keep making a hypothesis, prediction about what's going to happen to our little marshmallow rabbits in their liquid and see what's going to happen to our sweet little Peep marshmallows. If they're gonna get bigger, get smaller, those bubbles are gonna eat away at those little rabbits. We'll see. All right, guys, we'll check back in tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Thursday. So our little bunnies have been resting in their liquid for 2 days. So you can tell they're starting to disintegrate a little bit, starting to fall apart. So if you look from the side, you can tell probably the water got some vinegar, and we got some Sprite. So looks like the one with the vinegar in it probably is the most gone. I think that one's just kind of smushed the most. It's probably the most gone. The one with the Sprite, I would say, is probably the fattest at this point. I think that it has absorbed the most liquid, the Sprite one. And then the water one, I think, has just kind of lost the most pink. Okay, it's probably the least. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them out and see what happens. So here's my little one, my bunny with the water. Ooh, sweet little bunny. Okay, so I'll lay him right here. That's the one with the water. And I'll take my one with my vinegar. Ooh, he's super squishy, y'all. There's not much of him left. Yuck. Oh, our bunny fell apart. And the one with the Sprite, I'll take him out. And he's still all together. He is super fat. So I think what we can make as our conclusion is the one with the water, not much happened. He just kind of absorbed the water. He lost most of his color. He just soaked up all that water, and all of his pink kind of got left in the cup. The one with the vinegar, I think all that vinegar kind of tore that bunny apart. It just made all of his pink come off. It just kind of ate all of the pink away. Okay, he's not much left. Then the one with the Sprite, he just took up all of those bubbles from the Sprite. There's not really much left in there, but he just took up all of that, and now he's a big old fat sponge of Sprite. So super cool. This would be a great experiment for y'all to do at home. If you have any Peeps that you get in your Easter basket, you could do this with regular marshmallows. There's all kinds of fun experiments you could do for Easter. So I hope y'all enjoyed our Freaky Friday science experiment. I love you guys. See you soon.